We not inside, we out here. And in today's episode, I'm going to be giving you the top 5 scariest movies. These are Rotten Tomatoes suggested, your favorite YouTubers review about it. And if you're into horror movies like me, or if you're a psychopath, don't judge me, judge your mother. But if you're into a fright night, if you're trying to get your girl scared, like, these are the top 5 movies that I suggest you watch to get you a real scare. So let's get into that list. But before we do that, can y'all like, share, and comment, subscribe, give your girl a thumbs up if you like the video, and let's get into this list. So on our list at number 5, I'm going to give you guys personally one of my favorites is 28 Days Later. This movie was made in 2003, and I'm so sorry if I butchered this man's name, but his name was like Cillian Murphy. He's like the main character. He did his thing in this, y'all, like, promise. So like, it's basically the apocalypse, basically showing you what it progresses and what it looks like 28 days to fully actually takes over, and people are like eating people and stuff like that. And the crazy thing is, this guy wakes up in the hospital like mid-surgery, so he doesn't know what's going on. He wakes up 28 days later after it happens, and it's kind of like The Walking Dead, because Rick does the same thing. He wakes up in a hospital after a coma. Just something I noticed. But the movie is great, and I personally learned my British accent from watching this movie. Like, legit can talk like it all that because I watched that movie, just because I watched it. And that was in 2003, can you believe it? So yeah, that is why that is probably at number 5, 28 Days Later. If you're into zombie movies, you're gonna love it. It's gory, blood, guts, survival horror. Perfect. I love it. I love it. So, let's get into number 4. At number 4, we have Grave Encounters. Now, this movie came out in 2006, and it was pretty dope. It's pretty dope. Like, if you're into paranormal activity and like POV movies, it's definitely one of those. And the movie gets scarier as it goes on. That's what I like about it. It progresses. It doesn't just give it to you all at once. Like, it's pretty good too, because these people are like frauds for real, but they get a real deal scare because they was trying to make, hustle people, and they end up. I just want y'all to watch the movie, and watch the movie in the dark too, okay? Just saying. I'm gonna just give it to you, just cut dry like that. But it's really good though, like, on the list, just on the list. And if you're watching this, you're probably like, oh girl, I already watched that movie, because if you know, like, you just know. So let's move into number 3. Number 3 on the list is Grave Dancers. Yes, Grave Dancers. This movie came out in 2006, and your boy from Prison Break, he's in it, and like, he's a good actor. So I didn't know what I was watching when I first watched it. I was just like, okay, let me get into it, and the movie was really good. And y'all, respect the dead. That movie definitely teaches you not to dance on people's graves, and respect the dead. Like, I like it because each ghost, whatever, I just want you to watch it, but each ghost had their purpose in these people's lives, and it was a crazy movie. Definitely like dark, not as gory, but like, these ghosts, like, they don't play. They out to get you. It was a really good movie though. And like I said, the guy from Prison Break's in it. He's a good actor. Definitely recommended. Definitely. So let's go and move to another one, and let's go for number 2. Number 2, y'all. If you like Chucky, you like dolls, you like stuff like that, this movie's for you. Like, I definitely recommend it. Number 2, I'm bringing you Dead Silence. This movie came out in 2007, and definitely like, I like it for real. Like, the backstory, the purpose of the dolls and the puppets and stuff, and like, it's pretty raw. You know them folktale stories, and just, it's one of those. Like, it's really good. Like, I really do like it because it's scary. Then you got one of the Wahlberg brothers in the movie, so they're the brothers, what is it, Wahlberg? You know what I'm talking about, yeah. Them. They're good actors, the brothers. Like, I really like them in the movies, and the movie was pretty scary. Don't scream. That's all I'm gonna say. Like I said, if you know, you probably seen the movie and be like, yeah, I can see why she put that on the list. It's definitely dope. So let's get into number 1. But before we do that, we have to bring up an honorable mention. A movie that should have made the list but didn't. It's another zombie, movie. but it is Dawn of the Dead. Now, this movie was directed by Zack Snyder. It was, I believe, one of his first movies, and he did an amazing job. He killed it, like, definitely did. The actors in the movie, the whole plot, like, the mall situation, like, it was pretty good. And I think around that time, I'm not sure when that movie came out, but I believe in that time and era, there wasn't a lot of zombie movies. That was, like, the first that started a lot after that. To be honest, I think it was like a gap in between zombies. So he did his thing for real. So let's get into number 1 on the list. And number 1 for me, it's a classic. It doesn't get enough credit, but it's a good movie in my opinion. And I'm gonna give it to Night of the Creeps. Yes, Night of the Creeps. This movie came out in 1986. It's a really good movie. It was only shown in 70 theaters, so it wasn't appreciated at first. This movie only actually became popular years later when it was found on DVD and it was shown on actual TV, and it became people's like a fan favorite for real. The movie is really good. It starts like crazy. I think Slither, the actual movie Slither, gets like their inspiration from this movie because that's the first time you see something Slither. Like the classic line with the detective saying like, "Good news, ladies, your dates are here.
They're dead.
They're dead." Like the movie's fire, y'all. Like it's a good movie. Like it came out in the 80s, so of course the effects now are not the same. But if you value scary movies and horror and the genre science, like I say like sci-fi horror, you would like this movie. It's dope. So that's why I keep it at number 1. You know, you gotta keep the classics. You gotta give them their praise. So yeah, y'all, that was the top 5 scariest movies that are recommended. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta take my word for it. You just gotta watch them. Just try something on the list. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be like, yeah, this was scary. I can see why you put this on the list. Like, definitely. So I'm gonna say it down for y'all again, the top 5. We're gonna start off with 28 Days Later, Grave Encounters, Grave Dancers, and then we have Dead Silence and Night of the Creeps, y'all. Check those movies out if you're into horror. Like I said, you'll enjoy it. So y'all take care until next time. And like I said, we not inside. We out here. Peace.